Hola, you big beef brain beating burrito babies. I'm back, and I found something really just special. I was watching that TLC, My Strange Addiction. I did not know how to pass this, but there's a man who loves a doll. I said to myself right then and there, stop. You need to watch this.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, what are you doing? Ah, stop.
And so I've done that now. My life is 5% more complete because of this. So I would like to share this with you today. This is an experience quite surreal, if you ask me. I don't know if we're heading in that direction, by the way. Every time I look outside the window, I see more and more blow-up dolls and more guys waiting to blow them. So sorry about that, children. By the way, if you want to subscribe, I will really like that. I might even give you a hug. But only if you're real. If you're a doll, then maybe not. Also, you can follow me on my Instagram. There's no reason for you to do it, but do it anyway. Okay, so like I said, TLC made a show called Strange Addiction. Honestly, people on this show's parents probably wish they were addicted to crack and heroin and all sorts of other rocks. But nope. These people are addicted to actual rocks, dolls. I just found out the other day, one woman eats the diapers. She sucks on them diapers. That might be another video. If you like this one, let me know. I'll sit you through that torture too. But this guy, he is one of a kind. Really? Actually, you know what? I feel like maybe he's not one of a kind. He's definitely public about it, but I feel like there's a lot of guys in secret who are like, they got like dolls of certain figurines. Stuff's crazy out here. All right, let's take a look. Maybe it won't be so bad. Oh, it's in Detroit. I get it. Oh, this makes sense to me now. Yeah, it says Detroit city limit. The city's limited. So you gotta, dolls is what you got, man. I get it. Their NBA team won like 1 game last year, so you gotta have sex with a doll. Like, you gotta do something. You live in Detroit.
My name's Dave Cat. I'm 37 years of age.
What?
My name's Dave Cat.
What is that? What? His name, what?
My name's Dave Cat.
Did he say his name was Dave and then it followed by an animal?
I mean...
Dave Cat? Like Thundercat, but Dave? Alright. Threw me off. Secondly, doesn't he not look like the host from 90 Day Fiancé? Sean?
Oh, hell no.
I didn't mean to. I think they look the same. Okay.
I can't live without my real doll. Originally, when I first got her, I called her my synthetic girlfriend.
Ooh, alright. Synthetic girlfriend. That's nice. My imaginary plaything. My baby back Bookie. Most of us guys call that a toy. But alright, Dave. See, you made a relationship with it. That's Toy Story if you ask me.
But it's actually progressed to the point where it's like, you know, oh, she's my wife.
You put a ring on it, Dave. You put a ring on it. Just now she's gonna divorce you and you'll be the first man who gets divorced by a doll. Did you sign a prenup? Do you get the toy house back?
She's not awake right now because, well, basically she kept hitting the snooze button, so it's just like...
She's dead. She's not alive. Okay. There's handcuffs. David! I guess when you live in Detroit, you gotta do something, right? Oh my goodness.
Just let her sleep. It's not even worth getting her out of bed at this point.
What are those bed sheets, bro? It looks like an exosuit. That's okay. All right, Dave. I see you like to get freaky.
The whole interaction on a day-to-day basis, along the lines of like getting her dressed, you know, brushing her hair, things of that nature. You know, it brings us closer together as a couple.
Oh, her real hair color is not purple. My bad. Oh, shit. I picked up on that. Wow. She has to do her makeup in the morning. Even when you're a doll, you have to get dolled up, you know?
I'd actually worn this necklace a lot, and I decided she should have it. It's kind of like, you know, when you give your sweetheart a class ring, that sort of thing.
You gotta give it to Dave. He's a classy guy because he's carrying her like bridal style. And I'm gonna give Dave points for this, okay? I know it's batshit crazy right now, but it's very chivalrous.
Chivalrous.
Chivalrous. It was really hard to say that word because it's a fucking doll.
When I first was even thinking about getting a real doll, I was just like, okay, well, you know, the sex is gonna be fantastic. The sex is gonna be fantastic.
I was trying not to laugh at the fact this dude said real doll as if it could be any, like, oh, not like those fake fucking dolls.
She does number 1 and number 2.
I didn't know what that was, and then he said the sex is gonna be fantastic, and I just imagine his like dad and said, Dave Cat, please.
But there's also the whole concept of like taking photographs.
Dave Cat's interest in dolls began at a young age. So yes, let's figure out where this has come from.
My mother and I used to go down to downtown Detroit every weekend. While she was in various stores trying on clothes, I would actually be looking at the mannequins.
Yeah, I've seen a sexy mannequin. I mean, hey, you're a kid, you look at them. Hopefully your mom's not at the lingerie store trying out stuff and you're waiting outside. Hopefully she doesn't ask you how it looks. But yeah, I mean, I guess Dave is at this point very interested in the dolls. I mean, that a young boy's curiosity, right?
Back in 1999, actually, my best friend Monty had actually tipped me off to a site that sold these lifelike mannequins that were made out of silicone, so they were nice and soft.
Monty's gonna get the smackdown. Monty started, can you imagine Monty watching the TV? Like, this one's inspired by you, bro. All right. And then he turns the TV channel on. He's like, oh my God, I ruined this dude's life.
I was like, oh my God, I've got to have one of these.
Most people find it soothing to live in a fantasy life.
What is even his name? Dr. John Zajeka. That sounds dirty. Okay, John, but suddenly there's a psychiatrist involved. I don't know if we need to bring that into this.
It really becomes problematic when that becomes the predominant way that they live their life.
Me and my friends all thought it was kind of weird, you know, Dave Cat paying quite a sum of money for a real doll.
Nobody's gonna say that his name is not the most normal name. Nobody. Just everyone's okay with calling him Dave Cat. I'm Leo Dog from now on. That's me, and it's just how it is.
After he got her and the interest that he showed in her, it was kind of cool in a way.
Dave Cat named his new doll Sador. That's a bad name. Sorry, any Sadors out there. Beautiful name. I Sador you. Initially just a sexual partner, their relationship has grown. I'll tell you what, Dave Cat. Man, whether it's a real girl or a doll, you try to have a fling and it becomes a thing, you know what I mean?
This will be her anniversary present for our 10-year. I got these matching wedding bands. They say synthetic love lasts forever.
I don't know, I haven't had a 10-year relationship. I mean, she can't leave, because she doesn't exist and shit. Alright, but you know, still good.
When people are lonely, they often
Jack off, right? Sorry, I'm sorry. My bad. Tinder. That's not working. Bumble. That's not working. Choose another fucking insect. You know.
look toward alternative means to find relationships. That could be through a pet.
Yeah, exactly. A pet, but not in the way that this guy's saying. Dr. Dave Jack or whatever his name is. He's doing it in a freaky type beat. You like have a pet to pet, not to pet. You know what I mean? Don't make it like that.
But there are really no substitutes for a true human companionship.
Spoken like a true alien there, Dave. Oh, whatever his name was. Sorry. My bad. Yeah. 7-10 years of psychiatry school to say that human love is marginally better than loving a doll. That's where your tax dollars are going.
I already know she's a doll. It's not a situation where it's just like, oh yeah, she's gonna come to life one day. As long as you have at least 1 foot in reality, it's a perfectly normal thing, I think.
Hey, if he's not hurting anyone except the doll, I guess I can't be too mad at it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, he's in his own privacy of his own home. He's doing this stuff. It's weird. It's weird. But he seems to be treating her pretty well for all it's worth. Which I don't know what it is worth, but it doesn't seem to be hurting people.
Well, sweetie, I'm heading over to the playhouse. She's cooped up in the apartment all the time, and I'd love to be able to take her places. I'll be back before you know it. Love you.
Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I wish I could be this happy just like having a doll or something. I have to have human companionship. I get lonely. I would need someone. I need a GT, a dog, a cat, a humans, maybe. I need a lot of them. This guy just needs a doll and his life is a-okay.
I don't need friends. They disappoint me.
In this day and age, that's pretty cool.
My friends think that the whole concept of like having a doll as a partner is a little unusual. They know I'm happy with her, so they're like, whatever works for them.
So Dave Cat's friends think it's weird, but they're okay with it. Kind of how most people's friends would if they're your friend and you're not hurting anyone and you're just doing your thing. Weird, but that's you. You do you.
My friend Monty will actually be coming around to visit us.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had a friend who had a doll who he was kissing up on and I knew that he put it in the doll and the doll was sitting right there, probably wouldn't be as close to the doll and him as I think. Maybe a couple more rain checks than the average friendship, but I'd remain friends, sure.
I have known Monty since 1980. We grew up in the same neighborhood.
I think a synthetic relationship appeals to Dave Cat on a few levels. Dave is an only child.
I'm an only child. How much are dolls? Can you give me one?
He likes his silence and he likes his space.
Of course, met the missus.
I have many times, thank you. As much as he might.
Oh, damn, in front of your friends? Damn, 10 years. You guys still in love, huh? It's very cute. It's a doll, but it's cute.
As much as he might like to take her to a concert, take her out to dinner, just the stares and the comments it would invite. It's not worth that kind of hassle.
Can you imagine Dave goes out, meets a real girl. They end up doing stuff, and then he's like, I have something to tell you. I have a wife. And she's like, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm doing this. And then he's like, it's a doll. Huh? You'd run away, right? People would run away, yeah.
What Monty and I are gonna do is actually try to get some shopping in for the missus. Obviously gotta be stuff that she likes, but then there's obviously the aspect of like, well, she versus what I think she wants.
So I'm trying to rationalize here. I think Dave Cat is going shopping with Monty for his doll wife, girlfriend. And he says something that initially I thought was weird, like, oh, it's what I want versus what she wants. But I think in his head, he's so far deep that he's created a character that sometimes disagrees with him. I think that's what's going on here. Look, man, this is like if Gen Z is doing that thing where they start like pretending they're in Harry Potter. I forget what you call it, shifting. This is that times 100. This dude shifted his nutsack into overdrive because he's not using it anymore legally. He's just putting it in dolls now, so.
Yeah, she's got a tie. That's the thing, she's worn it once.
Doesn't strike me as a type person.
Yeah, I'm a tie person, you know, and we don't want to be one of those couples that like dresses alike, because that's
Creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's creepy. That's what you need to be worried about, Dave Cat. That's the one. Not the fact that your name is a human and then an animal mixed together, and the fact that you have a doll in Detroit sitting in your basement that you've been married to for 10 years. That is not the creepy part. Wearing the ties is.
For Dave, I hope that he's happy no matter what he does. When he's ready to progress into something different, it'll be there. But for right now, this is perfect.
You don't like these? Come on. The fuchsia or purple?
Basically, Dave Cat is like, hey, does this look sexy on her? He's going shopping with his friend to pick out outfits that he's gonna bang his doll in. That's kind of what I'm hearing from this interaction here.
Hey, sweetie. I got a lot of stuff for you. You will be impressed. It's gonna be a new look, yet the same look, but I think she's really gonna approve of them.
I mean, I can tell she's a sassy bitch from the fact that her shirt says worship me. The fact that she's not alive makes it even worse, but okay, that's a bit much, Dave Cat.
This, it's a shirt cardigan thing that just goes over you. Pair of glasses, let's see how they look on you.
And you know it's a good fit because she's a mannequin. She's born to wear this, literally, but she's not born. He doesn't exist. I guess, you know what, in Detroit you either become Eminem and rap or this, whatever this thing is classified as, this lifestyle. You become that.
It's normal for children to have a rich fantasy life, including imaginary friends. But when it continues into adult life, that's when there is a problem.
What are you, a fucking... What school did you graduate from? Huh? Did Dr. Full teach you in his lunch break? You know, when grown men have imaginary friends, that's bad. This is why none of these people have any help. Because the psychiatrists are just as dumb. Dude, you don't have to tell me things I already know. Can you tell me how to help this man? Please.
I don't honestly think there'd be anything that an organic lass could actually do to like draw me away from her. A psychologist is going to stop around to assess my life with Shidore.
Shidore. I thought her name was Sador. You know when like Irish people that have a name like Sibi or Hin, you're like, what? I have to be drunk to say that, and it's actually just Siobhan. I'm like, oh, oops, my bad. Okay, so we finally have some movement here. A psychologist is coming over, could be a psychiatrist. I don't think it's the same one, that crazy one that I don't like. I'm hoping that Dave Cat gets some help.
But I've always been fascinated with what a so-called professional would think of my lifestyle. This would be Shidore.
Where was he looking, bro? This psychologist came and he's like, oh, that's a problem. What the, who the, what? Who's Shidore? What? Is that a type of food? What is that?
Shidore. I mean, I would be fascinated to learn why, you know, I can't seem to find like an organic partner that's good for me.
Feels. Can't believe I'm saying this. Feels, dude. Damn. That one hit deep. Imagine trying to be like the best version of yourself, trying to enjoy yourself, and nobody seems to want to match your freak, you know? So you just have to make one. God, I guess might as well order a doll myself. I don't know who's gonna match my freak.
But will that change my relationship with Shishan? Not entirely sure.
Her name's what? Shishan? I thought her name was Sabor. What? Her name's Siddharth. She's Indian now.
Does this relationship provide security, a sense of comfort for you? Because I notice even in our conversations now, you're holding hands,
He's jacking her off. He's jacking her leg off. You could say it.
Yes, definitely.
Explain that to me.
After a long day of work or just interacting out and about, it's just, I just don't want to have to interact with other people's inconsistencies, really.
Mood. God damn. All right, he's 2 for 2. I don't think I'd be saying that, but yeah, okay. There, every now and again, I'll go out into the world, I meet people, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm just gonna go to bed now. I love people too much, personally, to do this dull type of lifestyle. This is crazy to me, but I can understand him. That's okay. All right, he's making sense now.
What's the pain here?
The pain, I would have to say, would be loneliness, really. I've been in relationships before, and they weren't true relationships, they were all affairs.
Okay, I mean, that hits deep. That's actually sad. Like, you know, all jokes aside, come on. Someone feels like their only option is to date a doll because they won't get as hurt as if they date a girl who might do something like that to them, or a boy or whoever. Yeah, man, that's really tough. That's very sad. That's, for what it's worth, nobody should give up hope, because you're always just one person away, one day away from finding that person. I truly believe that, even though it hasn't happened to me, so I could be way off. But you know, maybe it's right around the corner, even for Dave Cat.
When I meet new people, I don't really go out of my way to say, well, my partner is a doll.
Good, that's good. I don't usually go out of my way to say my butt cheeks are made in Africa, slap them. You know, so that's just something you gotta figure out yourself. Everybody knows certain things and everybody don't know certain things. Maybe that one should be, you know, you get your hello and then off to like a few dates, which I just realized now you won't be having because you have a wife. After a few friendship dates, you can disclose to your friend, I am fucking a doll.
Bottom line is that Dave Cat is pretty intimidated and frightened of pursuing an intimate relationship with a real person.
Are we all just gonna call him Dave Cat? Nobody's ever going to say anything. All right, Dr. Tim Ring. I guess we're all just making things up, huh? I'm Leo Shoehorn.
Is there a part of you that thinks this is peculiar?
I just think it's a matter of time before more people are choosing the synthetic option.
Damn, this month. He's 3 for 3. I feel like this is definitely going to become a thing. Like, maybe not synthetic dolls, maybe, but I think AI and possible robotics are going to really, in the future, and I don't know how far in the future, put a dent into some sort of relationships. I feel like nowadays, people are actually taking longer to find their partner. And some people, I think I read a study, it said like 1 in 5 people are never going to find their partner. Could be me, could be you, I don't know. I mean, if you ask me personally, my true belief is that everyone finds their person. You'll have to find your soulmate. It's just one of the beauties of life. One of the few pure things of life, no matter what. But if you don't so choose that, maybe this is the path for a lot of people. If I can say one deep thing here, to love is to risk being hurt. And when you love, you choose to be hurt by the person you love. Not if they hurt you, it's that when they hurt you, you let them, because you grow through that pain. It's just about finding someone who you're willing to do that with. So true love doesn't actually exist without pain. But hey, if you want to put your dick in a doll, that's fine.
Are you still lonely?
No.
She's sitting so unladylike. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to call your bitch out, but she's sitting like she got her beaver dam open, okay? There's a clear pathway. People are gonna land on that strip. I'm so sorry I'm talking about her like that. Siddharth is a wonderful lady, but
I'm actually quite happy.
So is it a deep sense of fulfillment with regard to not being lonely, or is this a distraction from being lonely?
That's a good question. This is an actual psychologist. That other dude was like, are you happy? Well, she's a doll. What are you gonna do with the kids? You're gonna make a baby mannequin. Yeah, that's good guy.
He could be under a bridge with a needle in his arm, but that's not the type of pain relief that he has sought. He has sought this type of fantasized relationship.
I find it very interesting that the doctor likened him to an addict of some sort, and that's how an addict would relieve their pain. And from what little we can gather of Dave Cat, he seems to have been hurt in previous relationships, and to nullify the pain has this person to avoid his loneliness. But at the same time, it may be eating at him. He may not realize how lonely he is. And I think everyone's concern is that maybe it's unhealthy and will become very unhealthy as it progresses. But it has been 10 years.
If you went on vacation, when you came back, would you talk to her about the vacation? Would you share pictures?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, let's sit down and look at the pics. That's, I think, a natural thing that any couple would do.
Dave, she can't see.
Well, she's a doll, Dr. Tim. She can't taste, she can't look, she can't hear, she doesn't have any senses. Seeing is one of them, but there's a lot more, Doctor.
Yeah.
And she can't hear.
Yes.
Okay, here, let's do this. Let's go through this.
It makes you feel good to do that. And it's fulfilling for you.
Exactly.
And it doesn't hurt anyone.
Exactly.
So knock yourself out.
Yes.
There we go. That's it. Knock yourself out. There we go. Says, we're sitting here doing this for no reason. Thank you. The only question the doctor should have asked is that mouth, how does it open and does it hurt? And also, where do I get one?
I get it. I think the biggest danger is that it may ultimately provide...
What in the God church was that, dude? I feel like I need to see that again. Did you guys pick that up? That was the most awkward handshake in humanity. I've never seen something like that before. Okay, so he says bye. He turns around, looks at him twice. He's like, whoa, you're still here. And he puts his hand up in the air like he's saluting someone. Like, I don't really know what that is. Then he randomly grabs the top part of his like upper tit area. Weird grab. While he's leaving, Dave Cat is like, I'm gonna shake your hand. They kind of miss and they leave. That's the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life. That's the handshake of a man who's been in the company of a doll for the last 10 years.
At this point in time, I think I would say that I am a happy and fulfilled individual because I got a good job, I got a good wife, and that's making me ecstatic, actually.
Point number 4, valid. You got a good job, you got a good wife, you got a good life. I mean, hey, that's what it's all about. If you want to say that your wife is a doll, you know what? That's one more wife than I have. I'm going to step back here. This is not the worst TLC that I've seen. This is not the strangest addiction. He seems to have some sort of grasp on reality. And if you're working and contributing to society in that way, hey, knock yourself out, like the doctor said. Dave Cat is still convinced that his relationship with Siddharth is the right one for him. Within hours of meeting the psychologist, he placed an order for a second doll. I thought they were are they in a polyamorous relationship? Or is this a threesome? Is it what? I don't want to stay to find out.
As far as the future, I'm eagerly awaiting the idea of, walking, talking gynoids. I've seen a lot of technological advances coming down the pike in the last 3 years that would blow a lot of people's minds.
Look, man, I don't know what it wants to blow.
My main goal is to blow.
Please, can you stop? Oh my God, dude. I don't want to think of AI. I don't want to think of Siri doing this to me, okay? That is a question she cannot answer.
It might take a gynoid maybe like 10 minutes to walk down a flight of 5 steps or whatever. The technology is not going to be perfect out of the gate. People say it can't be done. They also said we couldn't put a man on the moon.
How long do you think it's going to take to bust a nut then, dude? Seriously? Well, that was my strange addiction. It was crazy. And approaching 1 a.m. here because I can't sleep. I've had insomnia. Not because of this, but just life. I just wanted to leave you with that same comment I said earlier. Yes, maybe humanoids or guyoids or whatever he said might, give you the suck. Maybe. But it'll never really truly be as good as someone you love. And this may be sappy, especially in an episode like this, but like I said, you're gonna get hurt when you pursue love, and that's the beauty of it. And hopefully you get hurt. I hope you get hurt, actually, because once you find it, it'll be so good that you'll remember those times and be thankful you found that person. That's all I have to say, okay? I'm not gonna get sappy. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm on a sugar high or something. I'll see you tomorrow, or in a few days. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. You can love anything you want as long as it's consensual and legal. I hope. Thank you. Bye-bye.